Hey guys, today I'm doing a video on using my Bradley smoker, and I'm going to be doing these 2 trays of brook trout, and they were all about 12-inch brook trout. Now these were in a dry brine overnight. I'd like to put them in a dry brine for at least 6 hours in the refrigerator. Usually what I'll do is I'll use brown sugar, minced garlic, and kosher salt. So a ratio that I use is 4 cups of brown sugar to 1 cup of kosher salt, and then I'll use a tablespoon of minced garlic as well. Mix that all up. Then I put them in a glass casserole dish, and I pack the inside of them. I cover them over completely with the brine and let them sit overnight. And this is the next morning here. I've got them drying now. I've rinsed them real thoroughly with some fresh cold water, and now I'm letting them dry. I've already patted them dry, but they've been sitting out here now for a couple hours. You'll know when they're ready to go in the smoker because they'll dry up and get a little bit tacky, a little bit sticky, and they'll form this shiny surface on the flesh of the meat. So let's go outside to the smoker. Well, we've got a rainy day out here in Maine today. It's 53 degrees outside. So I set up this little canopy here so that I don't get my equipment wet. I'm using a Bradley smoker. This is the original, it even says right on the front, the original Bradley smoker. I've used this a few times, so it's nice and seasoned on the inside. It's got a lot of smoke scent on the inside of it. When you open the door, you can definitely tell it's been used. So I've currently got it preheating, and my plan is to preheat this up to 250. And when I put the brook trout in, obviously the temperature will come down a little bit. I want to smoke it for a couple hours at about 200 degrees. The chips that I'm using are Alder chips. The first puck of Alder chips just went into the machine, and we've got some smoke coming out now. Alright, let's go ahead and put our fish in. We are up to temp, and it is very smoky underneath this canopy, that's for sure. So I've only got 2 trays, so I'm going to put them in the top. I've got the bigger fish on the lower tray. And we'll go ahead and get this back up to about 200 degrees and then pretty much regulate the temperature from there. So we've been smoking for an hour and a half on 200 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and open this up, slide a tray out, and then I'm going to use my thermometer to see what we have for temperature. So it looks like we're above 160. So this should be all cooked and ready to go. So what I'm going to do now is just let it come back up to temperature, up to 200, and I'm going to let it finish out for 2 hours. Another half hour smoking should do good. I noticed when I put the thermometer in the meat, there was a little bit of water that came out, so it's still quite moist, especially where the skin is still on it. So the meat is not too dry. I'd like to try to get as much smoke flavoring in the meat as I can, so I'm going to go ahead and take the fish out at 2 hours. Let's take a look here what we got. Oh yeah. So now what we're going to do is take these apart. We'll take the skin off and get the meat off the bone, and they'll be ready to devour.
This is how I roll. Won't you feel me? This is how I roll. And I've been longing to show you. There's a big mic on the instrumental, you call me the surgeon. I'm laying down these lyrics and I made my own version. Check how it go, feel my flow, you all know me. Big Michael T, Al, Tony, and G. Threaten my life, you get the knife installed instantly. This is how I roll, don't need no ecstasy. You may got the message, bitch, but I got the scroll. Delivered, handed out while the postman stroll. Down your motherfucking street, these rhymes stay delicious. Low profile, but I got a stealthy vicious. Pay attention and I'll grant you 3 wishes. I clean house with other rappers, but I'm dirtying up the dishes. Hugs and kisses, I'm sincere, got no fear. Not afraid of you or your fake crew. All I need is me, spitting lyrics sick like the flu. Get a clue, cause I'm talking you straight out of the blue.